important, is the answer to that question. By the end of this video, you will know exactly what traits you need to develop to become a high-value man. Every single trait directly affects personality or, more or less indirectly, allows the individual to acquire important life assets such as status, resources, mates, or friends. To keep the list concise, the traits are high-level and can be broken down into further subsets. It's that make people successful both in life and in relationships. Touchy-feely approach to life, sitting on a mat and doing yoga, crying, or being vulnerable. But it's not. Self-awareness and self-management are what differentiate men who meander around life from those who know where they're going. When you have self-awareness, you don't go around asking, "What's my passion?" your whole life long. Because self-aware men know what their passions are, and with self-management, they work to get there. That's the number one cluster of traits of a high-value man: personal drive, the ability to identify what they want to achieve with their drive, and the mental faculties to draft a plan, learn along the way, adjust, and stay the course. Knowing what you want sets high-value men apart from the masses that follow what others want them to do. And self-management, without mincing words, is what differentiates the bums from the high achievers of this world. Low-value men who go nowhere chase the immediate high of booze and drugs, without any regard for tomorrow and for themselves. High achievers instead work their way to the top by deferring pleasure and doing what needs to be done. When the situation calls for it. But it's also much more. Social awareness is the equivalent of self-awareness applied to social situations. It allows high-value men to understand the social dynamics around them. Who's in charge, who's confident, who's chasing whom and who is submissive, and who counts for nothing. Social awareness also helps men correctly tailor their behavior to the environment and the situation, forming the basis of charm, charisma, and everything else related to social skills. Relationship management leverages social awareness to build a network of positive and value-adding relationships. These are all traits you can increase with focus. Knows what he wants and likes, then it only takes a minimum amount of drive to develop a purpose. A purpose, in Simon Sinek's words, means a man has a why. And when a man knows his why, he moves through life with confidence and purpose. He displays the charismatic leadership qualities of those who seem to know their paths, even when it's dark and difficult. It's especially captivating for those who don't know where they're going, which, of course, is the vast majority. Purpose is what differentiates the men spending their evening watching football and drinking beer from those who work and plot to move ahead in life. Relentless drive to achieve a certain goal will definitely make it more likely you will achieve that goal. But, depending on your goal, it can come at the cost of the overall personality. The stereotype of the crazy genius with bad air and a messy place is the tale of a man with too single-minded drive. And you can already see the limitations there. Could you have a conversation with someone who lives and breathes for only, say, planet's research? Would such a man fare well in a crowd of socialites, at an art gallery, or a housewarming party? Exactly, he would be out of place and sticking out like a sore thumb. Could he manage a happy relationship? Hardly. Two driven people also often don't make for good relationship partners, friends, or even conversation partners. To be a high-value man, you also need some balance. And if your life goal does not include people, you also need to develop people skills to become a high-quality and happier man.
Once you stop to doubt yourself, once you stop,
they have the mindset that the more they take care of the machine, the farther they will go. Also, they know how things work, and they know that the dichotomy of being or appearing is nonsense. The two feed into each other. Everyone judges the book also from its cover, so you also need to take care of that book cover. So high-value men always eat well, exercise, keep learning and investing in themselves. High-value men are like a high-quality wine. You meet them today and they're good. You stick with them and tomorrow they're very good. You stick with them until the day after tomorrow and they're great. High-value men take care of people around them because they got leadership qualities. Taking responsibility for things and people around is what turns high-quality men into high-quality leaders. Self-esteem, not confidence. Self-esteem is different.
It's a struggle
Confidence ebbs
sometimes,
and
you know,
flows depending on your
especially
results
when
and
you have
skills in a
people
given
around you
field.
that it's not
But self-esteem
possible,
stays.
that you can't do
Confidence
it.
is founded on
And
strengths and
constantly
results,
pointing
while
out
self-esteem
your
encompasses
failures of
losses
the
and
past,
weakness.
constantly
Because as
reminding
long as you depend on
of
external
all the
forces
things
to
that you
prop
don't
up your
have
ego
going
and
for you.
self-esteem, you will
I'm
always be
reminded of the
dependent on those
story of the
external
two little boys
forces.
that were playing
And,
on
of
some
course,
ice during the
dependence
winter.
is the root cause of all
And as they
potential
got further out on
weaknesses.
this ice,
Now,
one
granted,
fell
few
through
people, if any, can reach a
the
level of
thin
being
ice.
completely independent of results,
And
the
so
external
the
environment,
little
and
fellow
other
that was
people's
still on
opinions.
top of the
But
ice, he was
high-value
trying to
men have
save
much
his
stronger
little
control
buddy.
of their own
And he couldn't
self-esteem
reach
than
him. He
most
was
other
trying
men,
to
with
pull him.
more
You could see
confidence,
him
more
through the
internal
thin
strength,
ice as he
and
got
more
further
emotional
away from his
resilience in the
friend.
face of
And he
adversities.
couldn't reach him. He
Since
was
a
trying
man
to
with an
break the ice.
anti-fragile does
He
not
looked
build his
around,
self-esteem
and he
around
saw a
other
tree in the
people's
distance, and he
approval, he
ran.
is more
And
confident
he
in
got
his
up on the
opinion.
tree, and he
Even when
pulled
they are
and broke
unpopular,
down an
these high-quality
enormous-sized
men are not
branch and
afraid
came
of
back
standing up
and
for what they
savagely
believe in
began
because they
to
don't
beat
need your
that
approval.
ice and
They
broke
look like they
it,
have
and
stronger inner
miraculously,
conviction than anyone
he
else,
saved his
and
friend.
everyone looks up to people with
And
inner
when the
conviction.
paramedics came,
Especially in times
and
of
they were able
uncertainty,
to revive
they
his
are our
little
rock in the
brother,
hurricane.
they were scratching their heads and trying to figure this out. So how could this
Speak
little
up
fellow
for his rights,
go
without
up in a
undermining
tree,
others,
break off a
expect to
branch
demand
this
fair
size,
treatment,
and then
while
come
treating
back
others respectfully,
and beat
seek
and
power
break
while
that ice
respecting others' right
and
to
save his friend?
self-determination.
They thought
The
it was
high-value
just
man adopts this
miraculous,
mantra of
was
assertive
baffling.
communication.
And an
Say
old
what you
guy who
mean
was
you
there
what you
said,
say,
"I
without
can
being
tell you
mean."
how he did it.
In
And he
contrast,
said,
the passive
"How?
man is too
How did he
afraid
do
to
it?"
speak and enforce
And
his
he said,
boundaries, and that puts
"There
him
was
in a
no
weak
one
position
here
in
to tell
life.
me."
Whenever the passive man meets bullies and manipulators, he lets them
What
take
could you do?
advantage of him.
What could
And
I
the
do? What
aggressive
could
man
all of
instead
us
takes
do
advantage of
if we
others'
did
lack
not
of
have the
power and
naysayers in our
assertiveness.
lives?
He hides behind a
That
facade of
we
honesty
believe
and getting things done,
naively
but
like
it's
that
just a
little
cover
boy,
up for bullying.
that it was
Your
possible.
attachment style
What
is
could you
emotionally
do
immature and it's comfortable.
if failure
They
was
are
not
not
on the
afraid of
table?
loving, of
Do you
opening up, and
realize
at the
that
same time, they are not afraid of
87% of
abandonment.
people allow the
Men with an
fear
avoidant
of
or anxious
failure
attachment style find
to
it difficult
outweigh
to
their
maintain
desire
long
to
and strong
succeed.
relation trait because
They've
it
been
highlights the
convinced
courage of being
by
oneself.
the evidence, by being
Including the
practical, by being
flaws.
logical,
Truly
by
vulnerable
being
men
realistic.
step out
I
of the
did by
fakeness rat
Leslie,
race and are
yes.
more likely to
Here's
achieve a
corporations,
contagiously
yes.
soothing inner confidence.
Leslie, do
Vulnerability
they have a
also
college
makes sure that he is
education?
genuine,
Yes.
he is
Do
more
you?
honest, and he is
Leslie, you
uplifting.
know that I don't have a college education. Leslie, are
And you
these
don't
people
get to high
experienced?
value
Yes.
without being
Are
advanced
there
in some
people with
crucial
PhDs
areas of
and
life.
MBAs
And
that
since
they can
humans are
choose
social animals,
rather than
social
choose
skills
you?
is one of those
Yes.
areas where you need to
So,
reach an advanced
you
level,
don't have a
no
college
matter what your
education, you
chosen
have
life
the
path is.
experience. You're talking about
High-value
becoming
men
a
know what's
speaker,
fair and not
and
fair,
they're going to reach
what's
over
friendly
people
and
with
what's rude,
PhDs
and what they can
MBAs
take and what they
years
will
of
not take.
experience,
And they
choose
set and
you.
enforce their boundaries
Are
accordingly.
you being
The high-value
realistic?
man is
Come
not
on,
a too
Leslie.
nice guy afraid of
Come on,
standing up for
Leslie.
himself.
You can't
And
do
when
this.
someone crosses his boundaries, he will let them
My
know he's
brother,
not cool with it and that he has to insist on the
he
limits
is.
he
He's a
thinks are
wonderful
fair.
person.
He will also do it with
And
higher
he
ups, because
constantly
he doesn't take
reminded me that
gratuitous
I
meanness and
couldn't
disrespect,
do what I'm
not
doing
even
now.
from a boss.
And
High-quality men know
that
that
really
disrespect
wasn't a
is a
bad
slippery
part.
slope,
The
and
real
if you
bad
allow it
part
to happen
was
once, people
I
lose
convinced
respect for you and they will keep doing it. They know it's
Not
a
only
risk,
because
but their
of those things that
self-respect
he
and their
pointed
moral
out,
code are worth
being
more than a
practical
job.
and
Plus,
realistic,
high-value men can
but
usually
also
get good
that
jobs
within
anyway.
myself,
At the
I
upper
didn't believe
echelons,
what
high-value
my
men
brains, my
will also
mentor said
defend the
was
boundaries of the
possible
people
for
they
me. Have you
care
ever had
for and the
somebody
people they
who
take
believed and saw
responsibility
something
for?
for you
And of course,
that you
needless
didn't
to
see for
say,
yourself?
they demand fair behavior
here's
at
how
home
I
as well,
escaped
and they
that.
take no
I
disrespect.
discovered that sometimes you have to
Accept value
believe in
that comes from
somebody's
others.
belief
There is
in
no
you
shortage of people telling
until
men how they should
your
behave
belief
these
kicks
days.
in. So here's
High-value
what I
men listen
am believing
attentively
for
to
you.
them all,
The goals
but
that you right
ultimately,
now have,
they build their
the
own
things
value
that you have
system and have
envisioned
their
for
own
yourself,
moral compass.
this is a reflection
That's what they
of
stick
you've done
to.
thus far,
There are many
but
different
you
value
are
systems that can make a
engaged
man
in
high
is
value.
what's possible for you
However,
right
there are
now.
a few
And there's even
constraints.
more. You don't
Alpha
even
male
know
is
what's
different.
in the
You
future.
can be a
Eye
piece
has
of
not
shit
seen,
and be an
ear
alpha
has
male.
not heard.
But you can't be a piece of shit and be a high value man. Sigma male is getting closer. For example, high-value men don't get into a relationship if they want to sleep around. They don't promise endless love if they don't plan to stick around. If they promise something, they will do their best to make it happen. And if they get into a relationship and promise monogamy, they'll try to stick with it and demand the same back. Approaches people have to skills and talent, fixed mindset, and growth mindset. Fixed mindset people believe believe their qualities are set at birth and carved in stone. You are who you are, and there isn't much you can do about it. People with a fixed mindset shy away from challenges because losing means they're bad, and that would hurt their ego. These people are highly outcome dependent, and when they fail, they make a lot of excuses because they feel the need to cover up their lack. It's difficult having open discussions and honest feedback with fixed mindset men because they are always guarded and take things very personally. Growth mindset people believe they can learn and grow. They seek learning and growth opportunities because failing does not define them. On the contrary, failing is the only way they can improve. Men with a growth mindset move forward in their lives, are open to feedback and criticism, and are generally happier and more pleasant people to be around. These are the two types of locus of control: internal locus of control and external locus of control. Internal locus of control means you believe you are in control of your life. External locus of control means you believe life events determine the course of your life and you don't have control over them. The locus of control determines whether you feel like you're at the helm of your life or like a castaway in a rudderless lifeboat. And high-value men feel like they're at the helm of their lives. Taking responsibility starts with your own life first and foremost. You take responsibility for your current station in life and for where you want to go. Great leadership is an extension of this principle. Great leadership rests on responsibility and a sense of ownership. It's the responsibility of taking care not just for oneself, but for those around, and the feeling that you can help your group with your leadership. This is also the best and healthier way to be a leader in your relationship, which in turn is the healthiest of also maintaining attraction and, as a side consequence, control. Self-esteem, not confidence. Self-esteem is different. Confidence ebbs and flows depending on your results and skills in a given field. But self-esteem stays.